questions.
Like, how did they
it's so interesting though, like
cut these limestones and drag them, or not even drag them, move them from like miles and miles and miles away? And these are like heavy ass limestones that in today's time, like, we can move, but like it still like would be a whole mission for us. Like, it would be something so insane. Like, it would be extremely difficult. It would take so much machinery and so many people. And it's like, we think of like the past as like, oh, like they didn't have machinery, they didn't have anything. But it's like, if they didn't have anything, how the hell did they do this?
well,
like, how?
You remember the part where they're talking about like this part that they found? And like Joe Rogan was like, wait, show me that again. Zoom in. That looks like a part from a wheel,
vehicle, right? Yeah,
like an engine. Like it looked.
Oh, like, engine. Yeah.
And no one knows where it came from.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's probably, they had some sort of machinery. They had some sort of advanced technology.
Yeah.
That we don't have today. Mm-hmm. And that would mean that there was a complete wipeout of civilization.
Yeah.
Or else we would have that technology.
Right.
It would just continue on along history, you know?
Yeah.
So like that alone makes you think that like, yeah, what if there was a complete wipeout then of human civilization, then what was life like before that? They probably had telepathy. Like I could probably read your mind right now.
Maybe.
But the thing, it's just so crazy that like the amount of shit that we don't know. Mm-hmm. There's all these history books and textbooks about all this information, but all in all, there's still so much unknown.
There's so much unknown. It's insane
about everything. How much is the government keeping from us? Because if we had that information, it would just cause everyone to go into chaos.
Oh yeah.
But will we ever know the truth about everything? I just want to know. I want them to make it like a documentary of like how everything started, and like there's just too much. I'm like rambling and stuttering right now.
There's so much. It like I said though, it kind of makes me a little angry because it's like I want to know, like I want to be able to like ask this question and like I don't have the answer.
It does anger me.
You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, like I want to know how.
Because nowadays with like Google and shit, you just literally you know everything instantly. Information, but like with history, it's kind of a question mark. But what if like when you go to heaven and shit? What if like that's when everything is revealed? That would low-key be like, that's actually heaven. Like everything is revealed.
Maybe.
And like you look like you don't want that though. You don't want to know everything.
No, I mean I do, but I don't feel like that's what heaven would be. I don't think they would reveal the mysteries of the earth. I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
I think in heaven, like,
why do people think that heaven is like a place where they gives you all these answers? Like,
I'm just trying to have a combo.
I know, me too. I'm trying to have a convo too. I'm just asking you, like.
I guess that's what I'm hoping for. That's not what I actually think. I don't know what heaven is.
I feel like heaven is peace.
Wouldn't you find peace from knowing all the information?
Peace. But it's like, how would you know these informations if you're dead?
You're not dead. Your soul's alive.
Where?
In heaven.
Where's that?
Up above.
Where's up above? Like in the moon?
It's above the galaxy. It's above the universe. It's in a totally different... It's not. There's no word to even describe it.
How do we know?
I don't know. No one knows. I'm just trying to throw out some ideas, you know.
Yeah.
But
it's so like. Ugh.
This is a sports pod, though. This ain't.
I know. We're like going from. but it's interesting to talk about. I mean, this is real life.
And Graham Hancock, he's one of those type of people that it's hard to not believe him because just the way he talks. To be fair, the British accent, they all seem.
I know they all seem
more
snooty.
like. Imagine if he was like had like a southern slang. He was from Alabama and he was like talking about I wouldn't believe shit that he said. You're from fucking Alabama, but no, this guy.
My name is Graham Hancock.
Where's he from? England or something? Like the British accent makes you sound more believable.
He's like, I drink tea and crumpets.
Right?
You know what he said in the podcast? He said that his son is Somalian and British. Isn't that crazy?
I think he's Spanish too.
And Spanish, yeah. It's insane. I didn't know he had a son.
His wife is probably from somewhere else.
Like Somalia or something.
But
if his son is half Somalian. But he also said that it came to be that it was something about South Americans were like the first people to settle. like
Yeah.
first people to come alive.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said in the podcast. That's what he was talking about.
It's just there's so much unknown, and like even that, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How do they know? There's no. It's just.
Yeah.
It is a bit annoying though. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like
'Cause I just want to like Google it.
even
And
though
find out
Graham
immediately.
Hancock, you don't know what's true and what's not.
Right.
Even though he's saying this, he believes it's true. He thinks
Right,
it's
you
true, but
also
you
have
still
to-
don't know.
You also have to take what he says. When you listen to him, you have to be careful because there's times where he says, "I believe," and then there's times where it's like it's a fact, and then there's times where he's letting you know his ideas and his beliefs versus what's actually real and what's actually proven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I try to stay away from that type of like wormhole because I can get into a deep dive and like I'll be up all night. A lot of people say this though, like they'll be up all night studying like
I don't
aliens and like
think-
getting into these conspiracies. But I try to stay out of that because it's
Why?
like politics, you know, like.
really, I find it different.
I-
I find it
I'm-
more interesting than politics. Politics is a headache.
But like with all this information, what is it gonna change your life? Is it gonna make you? Is it? Yeah, like what's it gonna
I
change?
think-
Like
I don't think it would change your life, but I think
It's
it
just interesting?
changes the way you look at things. Because you have this narrative in your head when you were growing up, and it's like dinosaurs were alive, asteroids hit the earth, then came human beings. There's like nothing in between.
so if you found out that was all incorrect, how would that make you feel?
That I would be like, what?
Like the government was basically lying to you for all these years, or lying to everyone actually.
Imagine like they told us, okay, let's just say imagine they said that there was dinosaurs, right? And instead of like, let's just say this is fake, okay? This is fake. I'm not saying this is real. I know this is not real. But let's just say that there was humans alive when there was dinosaurs alive, and the humans killed off all the dinosaurs. Let's say that's the truth, and they came out with that in the news, and they're like, breaking news, this is... I would be like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane. Like, this whole time, I grew up thinking...
Yeah.
Like, what else could be a lie? That's where it gets interesting. Because it's like, if they could easily lie or, I guess, misinform us, what else could we be misinformed about? Or
I don't
what
think the
else could
government
they
would.
lie
I don't think
about?
the government would come out and admit that they lied. Because
No.
if they admit that they lied, then it's gonna be like, oh, then you guys just lied about how much other shit did you guys lie about?
Right,
So
exactly.
then there's gonna be so much distrust in the government. The country's gonna be going to
crazy.
a crazy fucking scene. People are gonna be getting shot and killed everywhere.
Wait. Why would they get shot and killed, though?
I just kind of threw that out there, but people are gonna be.
I don't think the people would get shot and killed. I think that's a little much, but I think people would go crazy in the sense that, yeah, they would be calling out the government, but I don't...
But the government, like I said, the government would never come out and say that they lied. That's
I
just
really
never
think
gonna happen. That'd
there
be
would
the
be a
dumbest
riot.
thing.
Like, or anything would happen. Like, what would these
Okay,
people
if the
do?
government said that they have an alien captive, they've had him captive
that's
for
different.
50 years. They've had him captive.
That's
and they kept it a
different.
secret. That's not different. That's
That
the
is
same-
different because that's a live human thing. That's a little different,
Oh,
yeah.
it's not. It's not a human thing.
Or a thing.
It's an alien thing
That's what I mean.
with 4 eyes and 10 legs
10 legs is crazy.
that can do so many
No
things.
arms?
Oh, there's 1.5.
1.5 arm with 10 legs.
But
That's
I'm not
wild.
like. Do you think there'd be riots?
Wait.
Like, would there be riots if we found out there was an alien captive in the government that they haven't been telling us about for 50 years? Why would people riot?
So do you
What
think-
would the purpose be of rioting? I think
Exactly.
people would start going into doomsday mode, stashing up on canned goods, water, trucks, shit like that. But if there's been an alien capture for 50 years and nothing's
Really?
happened, then what would happen now?
I mean, what would you do if you find out they were holding an alien captive?
I would go straight to Joe Rogan and his podcast and see what he says we should do. What would you do?
Honestly, I don't know. I think part of
What
me...
can you do? Like what? Like why would
exactly,
you do
but why
something?
would you stack up on canned goods and all
Not
that?
me. I'm saying people out there because
I know. I'm just saying.
people are fucking
I'm
scared.
talking to the people in general. Like those people who would do that. Why would you do that? Why would you stock up on all that? Why would you need to do that? Do you
because
think
they're
the
scared.
world is
They're
gonna-
already scared that the world is ending. But I've never feared the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But people do. They fear that the world is going to end, and that they need to stash up because their bunker that's full of canned goods and water is going to keep them alive for 100 years and their kids alive and their
that's
fucking dogs and
stupid.
cats. But it's like, if the world's going to end, then fine. I'm
That's
going
dumb.
to take a fucking 300 milligram edible. I'm going to get my hot fries. I'm going to get my Netflix ready, and I'm going to fucking enjoy my last hours on Earth. And what are you going to do about it?
Exactly. I'm not gonna fucking worry about stashing all this shit up. I'm gonna go with my family, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with my family.
He'd rather have hot fries and watch Netflix than be with his family.
Don't forget
That's
don't forget the 300 milligram edible,
That's
because
fucked up. That's
the hot
fucked up.
fries are nothing without that 300 milli.
See,
baby.
guys, this is the man.
Give me another water. My throat's dry.
That's crazy. Damn.
But why have a bunker? You know,
At that point, it's like too much
not
work,
playing a
bro.
fucking video
Just
game right
kill
now.
me. I would just be with my
because
family.
what's the life like if you actually survive the end of the world? Say there's a nuclear
Have
attacks
you ever seen
everywhere,
the show?
and let's say you fucking survive and you get back up. There's radiation everywhere. There's zombies. Like, that's not a life you want to live. I'd rather just die.